Okay, so this is slightly different, but I thought for today's At Home with the Royal Butler, I would take you with me to London because my etiquette classes have started up again. And as a lot of you have been asking me about what I do today, I thought it'd be quite fun to take you with me to London. So I'm at Kemble Station, my local station. I'm about to get the train. And if you wish, you can join me. I won't be able to take you in for the whole class, but I thought at least it gives you an idea of what I got up to these days. Don't know what's going on with my hair. Looking a bit Dame Edna Everage, aren't I? Right, time for the train. So when I go to London, I always go via Kemble Station, which is the local station to where I live. Right, got my face mask on as I'm obviously on public transport, and I'm pleased to say I have got my morning cup of coffee and a very delicious biscuit to keep me going. Such a fantastic journey. It only takes about 1 hour to get from Kemble to London, or just over, so it's nice and easy to get here, and then it's just a short walk to the taxi rank. And we've arrived at Old Bond Street, and of course here we also have the Royal Academy of Arts. Okay, so I've arrived at my almost at my destination in London. As you saw, it's quite easy to get from my home to here. A quick little trip on the train, taxi, and here I am. This is actually quite a smart part of London that I'm in. I'm going to pan the camera around so you can see it, and it's also a beautiful day, which makes it even better. Right, I need to head to my venue because I haven't got long until I'm supposed to arrive, and I can never be late. And unfortunately, I can't really show you exactly where I'm going because it is a private etiquette class, an afternoon tea etiquette class. But I will see if I can show you some of the footage of the class and maybe a few pictures if I'm given permission. Right, now which way am I going? Bond Street in the west of London links Piccadilly in the south to Oxford Street in the north. And since the 18th century, the street has housed many prestigious and well-known upmarket fashion retailers. The southern section is Old Bond Street, and the longer northern section is New Bond Street. You will also notice there's quite a few royal warrants on some of the buildings here. That's because members of the British royal family like to shop in this part of London. What a beautiful day it is here in London, and I can see my venue, or our venue, just in front of me, which means I'm going to arrive right on time, which is of course fantastic. And here we have the entrance to the Royal Academy of Arts, which is well worth a visit if you're in this part of London. And of course, just a bit further down is the Burlington Arcade, which again, you have to visit. Absolutely fantastic, some amazing shops here. You might need a slightly large budget, but nonetheless, it's well worth a visit. And when I used to work for the Royal Household, I used to kind of pop up here and have a little look around, and on occasions, I even bought one or two things. And I have arrived, and here I am. I'm going into this property, which is David Morris Jewellers, which is also known as the London Jeweller, and it's a high and fine jewellery store in London since 1962. And I've been invited here to give a private talk to some of the clients on the etiquette of afternoon tea. but what an amazing place this is, and it's got one or two very interesting connections with royalty both in the UK and overseas. I should mention, they also have properties in other parts of the world and not just here in London. But it is a truly beautiful store, and I actually almost felt that I was in somebody's sitting room rather than in a shop, and it's got such a wonderful and comfortable atmosphere. It's going to be great fun holding a tea class here. And here's a tea table for the afternoon tea class, just very beautifully done, and they had some fantastic butlers here today to help serve the afternoon tea as I was doing the talk. From the Connaught, I should mention, which again is a very well known luxurious hotel in London. Now, some of you might remember that when the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge got married, they drove Prince Charles's Aston Martin down the Mall, and a few of you might also have noticed that there's a dragon on the bonnet, and that was actually commissioned by the Queen, who asked David Morris Jewellers to create this beautiful dragon to go on Prince Charles's 21st birthday present, which was the Aston Martin. So how about that for a fun royal fact? And as I mentioned, they've got some amazing connections with royalty, VIPs, and if I may say, celebrities across the world. So if you're in London, you really should visit this amazing jewellers. The tea class was a huge success, great fun, and I'm now heading back to my home in the Cotswolds. Sometimes when I see scenery like this, I think how lucky I am to live in such a beautiful part of the world. Of course we get rain and snow on occasions, but when the sun's out, it's absolutely beautiful. Another little fun, interesting fact, I remember that when I worked for the Prince of Wales, that if the royal train ever picked the Prince up to go to other parts of the country, the train would arrive at Kembo and we would go on from here. It was always great fun and such an amazing thing to see the royal train at this tiny little station. And there you go. So you've now joined me on one of my trips to London. So when I say I'm off to do an etiquette class in London, you know exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing. I hope you enjoyed this very unusual at home with the Royal Butler. And I will see you on Friday for the next In Conversation with the Royal Butler, the Q&A, which thankfully there's been quite a few questions, quite a lot of questions actually, so that will keep me busy answering those questions. So I will join all of you then at 5 p.m. on Friday, and the next Wednesday it will be another At Home with the Royal Butler, most likely in one place, but let's see where that might be. Could be something quite exciting. Right, so I've just got to try and work out where the car is now. One day I'll have a driver. Stay safe everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.